The Legend of Lake Toba. Once upon a time, in a lush green valley in Sumatra, lived a man named Toba. He was a simple, hard-working man who spent his days farming and his evenings fishing by the river. Toba was often lonely, but the rustling leaves and the singing birds kept him company. He dreamed of something special happening in his quiet life. One sunny afternoon, Toba felt a huge tug on his line. He pulled and pulled with all his might. To his amazement, he caught the most beautiful fish he had ever seen. Its scales were a brilliant, shimmering gold that sparkled like 1,000 tiny suns. "What a wonderful catch!" Toba exclaimed, his eyes wide with wonder. As Toba prepared to take the fish home, something magical happened. In a flash of golden light, the fish transformed into a kind and beautiful woman named Putri. Toba was so surprised he nearly fell over. Putri smiled gently at him and thanked him for freeing her from a magic spell. Toba and Putri became the best of friends and soon decided to marry. However, Putri had one very important rule. "You must promise me one thing," she said seriously. "Never tell anyone, not even our children, that I was once a fish." Toba nodded and gave his word. "I promise," he said. "I will keep your secret forever." Years passed, and they were blessed with a son named Samosir. Samosir was a happy boy, but he was always hungry. He could eat a whole basket of fruit and still ask for more. Putri loved him dearly and spent her days making sure he was well fed and happy. One hot afternoon, Toba was working hard in the fields. He was tired and very hungry. He waited and waited for Samosir to bring him his lunch. Back at the house, Putri carefully packed a basket with rice and fish for Toba and asked Samosir to deliver it to his father. As Samosir walked through the forest, the smell of the fresh food was too much to resist. "Just one little bite," he whispered. But one bite led to another, and soon the basket was almost empty. Samosir felt a little guilty, but his tummy was finally full. When Samosir finally reached the field, Toba opened the basket to find only a few scraps left. Toba was exhausted and lost his temper. In his anger, he forgot his promise. "You greedy boy," he shouted. "You act just like a child of a fish." Samosir burst into tears and ran home as fast as he could. Samosir reached home and told Putri what his father had said. Putri's heart sank. The secret was broken, and the promise was gone. She told Samosir to run to the highest hill. As she stood by the garden, the ground began to shake, and water started bubbling up from everywhere she stepped. The rain began to pour, and the valley began to fill with water. Toba realized his mistake, but it was too late. The water rose higher and higher until the entire valley became a giant, deep lake. Samosir stayed safe on top of the hill, which became an island in the middle of the beautiful new water. The lake became known as Lake Toba, and the island in the middle was named Samosir Island. It was a beautiful place, but it served as a reminder to everyone who saw it. Toba had lost his family because he could not keep his word in a moment of anger. And so, the legend tells us that a promise is a powerful thing. It is like a bridge of trust that connects our hearts to others. When we keep our promises, our world stays bright and beautiful, just like the shimmering waters of the Great Lake Toba.